D-Lo for boxing. All right, y'all. So a couple weeks ago, noise started being made, about Demetrius Andrade possibly moving up to 168 pounds to face Billy Joe Saunders, the WBO 168-pound champion, with Andrade being the WBO 160-pound champion. Well, as I stated a couple weeks back when that talk was being made, once Canelo came out and said that he was looking at unifying with Saunders following the Abner Yildirim fight, that Saunders and Andrade was not going to end up being made. It was going to be too risky of a fight for Saunders to risk missing out on that Canelo fight. Well, after having said that, I went on Boxing Scene today and I see an article stating that the WBO has ordered Demetrius Andrade to fight Liam Williams. Okay, Liam Williams is a fighter coming off of 7 consecutive knockout wins following his 2 losses in back-to-back bouts in 2017 to Liam Smith. Now, Andrade himself has an impressive record of 29-0 with 18 KOs, and he also has an opponent in common, at least one opponent in common, and that's Lantez Fox. Lantez Fox is like a 6'5" middleweight who Andrade made his debut at middleweight versus, I think it was his middleweight debut. I know it was, I think it was a Showtime bout where Andrade, dominated him over 12 rounds. Well, Liam Smith fought him not very long ago. Liam Williams, I apologize. Liam Williams fought Fox not long ago and stopped him. I think it was in like 5 rounds or so. Can't remember exactly what round it was, but I do know that Williams got a stoppage over Lantez Fox. So, what that tells me is that Lantez Fox and his size didn't seem to trouble Williams very much in that bout for Williams to be able to dominate and stop him in the manner in which he did. So it begs the question of would Andrade's length and size, height, bother Williams at all? Andrade is a lot more athletic, shows a lot more angles, better footwork, etc. than Lantez Fox, so we never know. But at the same time, we don't know if this bout is going to take place. We don't know if Andrade is still going to move up to 168, as he stated before, trying to get bouts with the top guys at 168 pounds, or is he going to stay at 160 and defend his title? For me personally, I would like to see Andrade defend the title against Williams, so that he can remain champion. And should he be successful, I'd like to see him try to unify with one of the other champions at 160 pounds. Or, if Williams beats Andrade, of course they probably have a rematch, but whatever the case may be, I want to see these guys start unifying at 160 pounds. You have Triple G out there with the IBF title. You got, you also have the WBA title at 160, which is in the hands of, who has the WBA title at 160? I just drew a blank. I apologize. Well, either way it goes, I want to see these guys attempt to unify at 160 pounds. It doesn't make sense for these guys to all be champions and all keep saying they can't get fights with other champions, because the reality is that, these guys do not have, they don't have but such a window of opportunity to fight the best guys and all of them be somewhere near their best. At some point, these guys are going to drastically decline, and you're not going to have the best version of them fighting the best version of the other guy. I do know that Canelo vacated his WBC title, so that title's going to be up for grabs. I want to see who goes out and picks up that title, and I don't want to see any other champions fighting for that vacant WBC title. I want to see the champions attempting to fight one another. You know what? My apologies. Canelo vacated the WBA title. Charlo is the WBC champion. That's my mistake. So Charlo is out there as a WBC champion, and I want to see Charlo, Triple G, or Andrade unify with one another at some combination there. And I want to see who goes and gets that WBA title that Canelo vacated. Once Canelo's title is picked up, whoever that guy is, I want to see him attempt to unify with one of these other guys. I want these guys to start working toward undisputed. Stop worrying about picking up a loss or another loss or what.